Knock, knock.
Keep practicing.
Who is he? I don't know. He's a new recruit. I don't even know his name.
He possessed great skills.
Stick around.
Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the game room, back with another one. Very excited for this video. I was going through my videos and I wanted to see if I had done an Xbox original collection, and as far as I see, I didn't notice anything. I have done a lot of like must play, must own, video games and stuff like that, but I didn't notice anything. But it was kind of interesting, so I decided to do a collection on my OG Xbox, 100+ games. I have a couple of loose discs that I need the cases for, which I don't have, but eventually, hopefully, I'll find those. That's fine. I can't find I have the games as far as like the loose discs go. I think one is like Sneakers and Silent Scope Complete, which is like, I think like a compilation of Silent Scope games. And as far as I know, it's still, or at the time was an exclusive to the OG Xbox. But anyway, you still know the drill. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink and snacks, and here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And gonna start off here. Actually, let's put these here because, all right. I'm gonna be going back and forth because there's so many games. I have them like all spread out right here, and I'm gonna be showing you what I have like organized on my shelf. Like every game is in its certain place. So first game I'm gonna be talking about and showing is Genma Onimusha, which this was actually gonna be a series part of like Resident Evil, and I think they ended up scrapping it and making it more of a samurai style action game with like swords and other blade type weapons, which is really cool. And I'm glad they did, but Capcom slept on this series, man. A lot of people don't even know about this series as far as like Onimusha goes. And there's a few like 4 or 5 games on a PS2, part 1, 2, and 3. And then there's like Blade Warriors and Dawn of Dream, I think, is another one. It's really good stuff. I mean, I'm just surprised why they're not coming out with newer, like a part 4 or 5, or like other series should have came out more. And a really good one. So this is Genma Onimusha. This is original to the Xbox. So there's like enhancements and stuff like that, which they've added, like certain levels and added a few things here and there. There are some stuff on the back right here. It says like new attack modes and dodge enemy attacks and fight your enemy in a tug of war. And it's new and enhanced version for the Capcom Classic. New areas to explore, so that's really cool. I don't really want to get in more depth into this game to see what's the difference between this and a PlayStation version. So yeah, Genma Onimusha. Next one is Ninja Gaiden. I mean, who doesn't know about Ninja Gaiden? These are straight up really fun games. Very difficult, but fun to play. And if that wasn't hard enough, they of course came out with Ninja Gaiden Black. And for whatever reason, this is really more sought after by collectors and people who want to play it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure, I think this is also, a lot of these games could be backwards compatible with the Xbox One. Next one, Sudeki, which is a cool RPG game. Kung Fu Chaos, another fun one, very funny. It's kind of like a movie being shot and you're part of it, and there's like different scenes and stuff like that you have to do and complete certain challenges to be able to progress into the next scenes and next levels. Really funny too. I love the sense of humor on it. And yeah, face full of fists, it said. Just add monsters. And I really like that cover art. And of course, my favorite character, or one of my favorite characters, is the ninja with the daggers. Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon. This could have been a much better game, but then again, it's not totally terrible. It's still playable. It's really fun. But I think Bruce Lee deserved a much better game. They could have done a much better job on this. But again, it's not too bad. It's playable. It's pretty fun. Next one, Jade Empire Limited Edition. I never see the regular version of these, so this comes kind of like with bonus content, bonus disc in it. So another good one, Jade Empire. If you're into like, Smash Brother games again, this is kind of like that, more 3D, but it's all over the place. Iron Phoenix, it's a Sega title. This one, it is, sealed and all, but I have played it. It's not a bad game, pretty fun. Gunmetal, again, this one's still brand new sealed. I got this not too long ago from a video game store in my area, and every time I go to the Xbox or certain, these type of games especially, I always try to see if they have like exclusives, especially the things that I don't have that I want to add to my collection. So this is a really good one. If you guys are into like mech style games, it kind of plays like a third-person shooter a little bit as well. But Gunmetal, from mech to jet and back. So Gunmetal, a really cool one. Another great game. And let's get into, all right, one of my favorite genres. And that is the action platformer, action adventure games. One of my favorite games. Definitely in my top 5. I don't care who says what or thinks what. This game does not get enough love, man. I don't hear or see a lot of people talking about this game. Torque the Prehistoric Punk. Well, actually, there's the word "the" isn't in it, but Torque Prehistoric Punk. It's very original. It's different than any other, like Ratchet and Clank or Crash or anything like that. I think, in my opinion, this is up there with the big dogs, and it's really different, where you play as a prehistoric punk, hence the title, and you have like a sling as a weapon. There's power-ups where you can like mutate or transform, whatever you want to call it, and turn into like these different animals. The boss battles are really fun too. So this is definitely one of my favorite games. I have gotten quite far in this title. Haven't beat it. It gets really difficult like at the end stages. So I was feeling like I'm almost there, but I didn't. But I'm gonna play this again from the beginning, and the story and everything is really good too. The cutscenes, so it's really good stuff. Torque, Prehistoric Punk. Next one, we got Blinks 1 and 2. And these kind of play like, if you guys like Luigi's Mansion, it's similar. A lot of people call it like a like a knockoff or a ripoff of Luigi's Mansion. It's really not. I think it's its own game, where it has like its pause and fast forward and rewind. So let's say for instance, I haven't played part 2 too much, so I'm talking more about part 1, the first Blinks. And so for instance, if there's like a bridge that it like explodes or collapses or whatever, you could actually rewind time, and or even if you like certain parts where you fall or die or whatever, you could like rewind time and go back, which is a really cool part that they added into the game, and I think that is one of the reasons makes it so original for its time. I think it was really great. It's still fun to play today. A lot of these games, man, not too expensive. There are crazy expensive games, yeah, there were nowadays everything's shooting up in price, but before they get way too out of hand, guys, if you want to collect for Xbox, man, start. It's never too late, and there are still a lot of really good cheap games, so go for it. Why not? If you're into collecting, of course, or want to play these certain titles. So yeah, Blinks 1 and Blinks 2. Good stuff there too. Next, I still haven't played this, but definitely gonna give it a go. This one's still sealed, but I remember trying to find this on eBay and I couldn't, or it was in like terrible condition. The discs were like too scratched, or the manual was missing, or it was disc alone. So if I want to get something online, I want to get it in fairly good to great condition, or if not, I'll just wait for it when the time comes. And this wasn't too terrible as far as it being like a sealed game. And of course, I'm going to open it up eventually and play it. And that is Raises Hell, where you play as this like kind of like a monster, or I don't want to say demonic, but like he has like these weird horns, and basically you're going around and killing these like colorful Teletubby looking um, creatures or whatever they are. I don't know too much of the story, but whatever I know about the games, I talk about it with my experience so you guys know and get like a better idea about it. But overall, from the gameplay footage that I watched, it really caught my eye and it really sparked my interest. I was like, I'm definitely going to add this to the collection. Another exclusive, Raises Hell. So, yeah, one day I got to pop this in. There's so many games, guys. So, certain games that I haven't played yet, I'm currently playing something else trying to beat it. So, I could go into another one. Or if I get stuck on something, I'll be like, forget it. I'll just play a different game. So, anyway, yeah, that was that. Oh, another really good one, Voodoo Vince, man. This is such a great game where you're a voodoo doll and you get all these like weird, cool, magical powers and stuff like that. You come to life, and I think they remade this game. If I'm not too sure about it, but I think they remade this one for the Xbox One. But still, I like to have the original Xbox One. It's a really fun game. I remember like the first stage is like a bunch of like riddles and clues you have to go through to get to certain areas. And he punches, he jumps, he does spin moves, and there's so many really cool things in there. Voodoo Vince, another original, its own thing, which I think Xbox did a great job for the time. So yeah. Oh, another one. This is from the creators of Donkey Kong and Banjo Kazooie, and that's saying a lot. And of course, Donkey Kong and Banjo Kazooie games are amazing. And I remember I picked this up. Unfortunately, I think about like a year ago that Salvation Army closed down. I would find like games for like really cheap, man. It would be like $1.50 to $3 at times. And I remember I found this there too, and it's still been in my collection. But I found it like many years ago. But that Salvation Army unfortunately closed down. But glad I found it and picked it up. A really good game, and that is Grabbed by the Ghoulies. And at first, I was kind of thrown off because of the control mechanics, where you have to control your character, and the attack is the right analog stick, the right joystick, or whatever you want to call it, whatever. But uh, but as you play it, you kind of get the feel of the control, so it wasn't too terrible. I think I wish they would have done, where it could have been the other buttons for the attack and stuff, but it's still a good game. It's super fun. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Highly recommend this as well. And next one, Toe Jam and Earl 3, Mission to Earth. If you guys are into Toe Jam and Earl games, man, this was part 3. It came out on the original Xbox. A lot of people don't know about this, but I remember back years ago when I started collecting, I was picking these games up. I was like, you know what? Off of eBay, because I couldn't find the certain ones that I wanted to add to the collection. And I got them for like really, really cheap. And as far as I know, they're still decently priced. And this thing, yeah, I have played it, but I remember I picked it up. And it's in really great condition. Another really fun game, 3D action platformer, Toe Jam and Earl 3, Mission to Earth. It's overall a little hip hop heavy, the music and like the thing about it. But I love hip hop, so it's all good, and it's really cool, really funny too. Has its own charm, I would say. All right, let's see. Next games. I'm going to try to speed this up. And of course, I love run and gun games. If you guys are into like Contra and stuff like that, Metal Slug 3, man. I know this is probably on newer platforms and it has a lot of ports here and there. But at the time, it was exclusive to the Xbox. Love my Metal Slug games. Really fun stuff. Action, run and gun goodness, power ups, challenging but fun boss stages as well. So that's really cool. Next one is, this was actually on, I believe, the PS2, but still, Metal Slug 4 and 5. So you have basically one and two games in one, which is really cool. I like how they did that. And it's Metal Slug 4 and 5. And again, Metal Slug goodness, man. Run and gun greatness. Next one is Drake of the 99 Dragons. The controls on this are all over the place, kind of wacky. They could have done a better job, but it kind of plays like where there's like, as you're playing the game, it's kind of like a comic book type of thing going, where there's like the bubble words and stuff like that. But it is a action, kind of like a third person type of shooter. If you keep playing it, you could get into it, get used to the controls, but it's kind of wacky. They could have done a better job again, but it's not a terrible game. But if you want to add exclusive, yeah, why not? Drake of the 99 Dragons. Next, all right, let's do this here. Of course, we got Fable, a really great game, one of the staples on the original Xbox, along with like Halo and other stuff. But awesome game, man. I remember playing this for the first time, and I didn't have an Xbox when the Xbox was out. So when I was newly experiencing this stuff, it was like, wow, mind blowing, really good stuff. So Fable, another good one. And this next one, I remember picking this up from the swap meet flea market, and I noticed where the background on this is more of like a orangey yellow, and this has kind of like a blue greenish yellow thing going. And then when I picked it up, it said it's a GameStop limited edition bonus DVD, which is really cool. So yeah, so it's a DVD, I guess, about the making of the game, but really cool. So I picked this up for like $1 or $2, I remember. So that's pretty cool. Another one that I still need to play, Dragon's Lair 3D Return to the Lair. This did not come out on the PS2, but it is out on the GameCube, so it's not an exclusive, but I picked this up for fairly cheap, and the GameCube version is just insanely expensive for a game, but yeah, I'd rather go with the Xbox version. Why not? I mean, if I find a GameCube version, cool. But it's Dragon's Lair 3D, more of like an action platformer game, and I haven't played it yet, but definitely looking forward to give it a go. See what that's about. Azuric: Rise of Parathia, another really cool action, adventure game, kind of like a Avatar-looking blue creature where you have this staff with like, I don't know what that's exactly called, but it has like blades at the end of each side. But another pretty good game, not bad. Knight's Apprentice: Memoryx Adventure. Memoryx Adventures. Another really good one, not bad overall. I don't want to say really good. Again, they could have done a better job on it. But if you want like an action platformer game, yeah, this is not a bad game at all. I remember picking this up from the swap meet for like $3 or $4, and it's the original one, not with like the car racing game one. It's its own game, and that is Jet Set Radio Future. As you can see, the disc is not in the best of shape, and it was a Blockbuster rental back in the day, but it does work. It's pretty scratched, and I have played it. And these Jet Set games are really fun. Originally, the first one I think was on a Dreamcast. So you go around and trying to escape certain people, I think cops or whatever it is, and you're tagging certain things, walls and stuff like that. You grind on rails and the music. And the funny thing is, even if there's like, I think like cutscenes or whatever, and the character is just like standing there and like dancing and making all these moves and stuff like that, which is really funny. But overall, solid title. Really fun stuff. Next one, Crimson Skies. Oh man, I think this came pre-packed with a lot of Xboxes back then, and you can find this fairly cheap. I mean, in swap meets, you'll probably get it for like a few bucks. Even online, I don't think it's like over $10 as far as I know. With free shipping, you could pick it up. Awesome game, one of the best games on the Xbox, hands down. But yeah, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. So if you played, I don't want to really compare it to like Snoopy and the Red Baron, but it's similar kind of like that, where like you're behind the camera view of the airplane, and you get to play pick like different airplanes as far as I remember too. But I remember when I played this the first time, I couldn't put the controller down, man. It's so much fun, very addicting, really cool, solid title, Crimson Skies. Next one we got Bloodwake. They call this Metal. What was that game called? Twisted Metal on Water. A lot of people refer this to, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Bloodwake. Next one is Jaeger. Haven't played this one, but it looks kind of like a air, like spaceship type of thing. But yeah, another exclusive as far as I remember. I remember I upgraded this one with the manual and the disc and whatnot. I picked this up from a game event, and that is Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. Of course, it is an exclusive, and I think, as far as I remember, there's no map in this. If there was a map on this, this would have been like a solid 10 plus. But again, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I love my action RPGs. And it plays kind of like a Diablo style game. But yeah, really fun stuff. Really like that game a lot. Another cool one, Blackstone Magic and Steel. Something, again, a lot of people don't talk about. I don't hear this game too often, so or about it. But a solid game. Really great game. Nightcaster, Defeat of the Darkness. Another one. And there is, of course, part 1 and a part 2. So Nightcaster 1 and Nightcaster 2. Again, the controls are kind of weird on the first one. I haven't played the second one yet, but Nightcaster, Defeat the Darkness. It kind of plays like you could change the camera angles and views from what I remember, but you could also, it plays like a 3D, or when you change the view, it kind of plays like an isometric kind of way, where it's like a dungeon crawler a little bit. But it depends. It's fun, not bad. Takes getting used to again to the controls, but pretty good. Nightcaster 1, Nightcaster 2, Equinox Part 2. I still need to play this one. Alright, this one again, really cool edition. I got this not too long ago. It's Dead or Alive Ultimate, which is 1 and 2. So it comes in this cool sleeve where it opens up, kind of like a cardboard sleeve. And it's 2 games in 1, and I love stuff like this. And I'm still looking out for, I think it's the Halo, is it the triple pack or something like that? And it comes in like this really cool cardboard box. If I find that in a video game store in my area or wherever, I'll definitely want to add that to the collection. I really like collecting stuff like this, big box or, sleeved games. So this kind of plays like Tekken. If you guys don't know about these games, a little bit just to give you guys a heads up about, like, how it plays or what it is. But yeah, it's best way to describe it, close enough. It plays like Tekken. So yeah, Dead or Alive Ultimate. So that's part 1 and 2 together. And got Dead or Alive 3, another fighter game as well. Next ones, more fighting games. All right, SVC. Actually, this is SNK versus Capcom. SVC Chaos. They had a lot of exclusives, man, on the Xbox with like really great fighting games. So this is one of them. And back then it even says win an arcade machine. Details inside. SNK Neo Geo. That cover art is pretty badass too. Really cool. So yeah, another that's a really solid, great fighter. And I got this not too long ago. It was in my pickups video. I picked this up. I was looking out for this, and I got it in like a little mini bundle. And that is Samurai Showdown 5. Love the Samurai Showdown games. Guilty Gear X2, another awesome fighter. And this is the Midnight Carnival Reload. And as far as I know, this was not out on any other platforms as far as like the PS2 or the GameCube. But I do have it on the PSP, but that is a import. I think a Japanese import. So as far as like console wise, this is exclusive, I think, to the original Xbox. And that's same console only. So that's pretty cool. Right. Next, Kakuto Chojin, Back Alley Brutal. Another exclusive. Really cool fighter. I actually like this game a lot. Soul Calibur 2. Now, this, I think, Spawn, as you can see there, obviously. Spawn is an exclusive character to this version of the original Xbox. GameCube got Link, and PlayStation got, I keep forgetting that guy's name with the spiky white hair. He's from Tekken, so he was an exclusive character for the PlayStation version. So that's really cool, I think, how they did that, where every platform from Xbox, PS2 to GameCube, they got their own, exclusive player character in the game. So that's pretty cool. And Soul Calibur games are fun, man. Weapon-based fighting games. Oh, another one. Actually, there's another one here, too. Tail. I don't know how to exactly think this. Oh, I didn't even know this. I just noticed that from the co-creator of Mortal Kombat. Tao Fang, Fist of the Lotus. Another cool, again, 3D fighter game, man. There's more of them on the Xbox that I'm still looking out for that I want to add to the collection. And this Kabuki Warriors, again, weapon-based, kind of plays like, I want to say, not again spot on, but the best way to describe it as far as like close to, kind of plays like Bushido Blade a little bit. Just the camera views and stuff like that. But not bad. Not a bad game at all. Kabuki Warriors. Next one, I think this is another 3D action platformer game from what I remember. Haven't played this one too much. And that is Enclave. Another cool one. I like that cover art. Pretty cool. Oh, man. Alright. I'm going to move these a little bit over here because I don't want them to fall over. I'm stacking up games here. All right, another one. Again, this is a console exclusive. Can't call it exclusive actually because it was on the PC. Excuse me. But it wasn't on the PS2. It wasn't on the GameCube. So for me, it's an exclusive for the console part. So if you wanted to play it on a console, you would have played it on the original Xbox. And that is Thief Deadly Shadows. It's kind of like a how do what is the word that I'm looking for? It's a stealth based game, and I'm not really too heavy or big of a fan on stealth games, but this is actually really fun. Yeah, really good stuff. Thief Deadly Shadows. Next, we got Unreal Championship. I'm gonna kind of try to breeze through these. Unreal Championship 2, the Leandry Conflict. Those are like first person shooter games. Unreal 2, The Awakening. We have Deus or Deus Ex Invisible War. Love that cover art. Again, a first person shooter. Serious Sam. Oh yeah, that's me. I'm just kidding. Serious Sam 2. I like these games a lot too. Very cartoony. Really bizarre. It's out there, but it's fun. That's what it's about. That's the main thing. More third person. This one it switches up between a third person action game to a first person shooter, and that is Odd World Stranger's Wrath. That's a really bizarre game. Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball. If you're into paintball games, it's not bad. Pretty fun. Plays as a first person shooter. Not bad. Ghost Recon Summit 2. Ghost Recon 2 Summit Strike. I think these are exclusives to the Xbox as far as I remember. These next two I'm going to show. That one and this one. Ghost Recon Island Thunder Squad-Based Jungle Warfare. This is a platinum hits. If I find a regular version, definitely want to upgrade that one. Cold War. Again, this kind of plays kind of stealthy as well. A little bit. Combat Task Force 121. Yeah. I believe. Yeah, this is another first-person shooter. There was a bunch of these guys. Like, so many first-person shooters out there. For the Xbox. And, yeah, I got way more coming up. Alright, now, we got the Halo stuff. Of course, really, really fun game, man. And I got this one, which is the Game of the Year variant. And these are actually the same, but this one is kind of like a foil art. And this is kind of like a regular one where there's no shine to it. So that's pretty cool. And of course got Halo 2, and this is Halo 2 the limited edition, but it is a steelbook case, and I love stuff like this, or the back part. I don't know if this has like a slide cover on or whatever, but that would be cool if I could find that and complete that, so to speak. But anyway, I'm not a Star Wars guy. I know I might say this a lot in my channels and my videos and stuff like that. Never seen a Star Wars movie, not my thing. Not a Harry Potter guy. I don't want to be like offending anybody. If you're a fan, cool, that's your thing. But not my thing. I never got into it. But I will say this: this game is absolutely fantastic. It is a first-person shooter, and that is Star Wars Republic Commando. So yeah, really good stuff. Very fun first-person shooter. Another one, Doom 3. If you want to get creeped out, play that game. Another one, Painkiller, Hell Wars. This was on a PC as far as I know too, but again, it's exclusive in my opinion for the Xbox because it wasn't out on any other platform. No PS2, no GameCube release. So yeah, another really cool, fun first-person shooter. Chicago Enforcer. So if you want to play as a mafia figure, go in and pick it up. Really good stuff. Overall, it's a fun first-person shooter. You play as an informer for the mafia, and it's pretty cool. The cutscenes and stuff, it's hilarious. The guys with like the East Coast accent when they're talking and stuff like that. It's really cool. So yeah, another exclusive. I like that game a lot. Pariah, another good one. First-person shooter again, exclusive. Dead Man's Hand, another exclusive. Where it's like a Western game. You play as a cowboy, first-person shooter again. Far Cry Instincts. Far Cry, I mean, incredible series. I love that series overall. RoboCop. You guys didn't know there was a first-person shooter, RoboCop. Very cool stuff. Breakdown. Haven't played this one as far as I remember, but give that a go. Warpath, another cool one. Classified, the Sentinel Crisis. This is actually a really good first-person shooter. I still have to play this one as well. I have seen the gameplay footage. I remember, again, there's so many games that I still have to play and beat and complete until I get into a new one, but definitely going to give that a go. But I still give this a must-have because it just looks incredible, and I know for a fact I will enjoy that game. World War II Combat Road to Berlin. There's another one which I think is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think it's called Iwo Jima or something like that. But yeah, I'm looking out for that to add to. War-based first-person shooter, so that's pretty cool. Sniper Elite. This is a good one too. You play as a sniper. Shadow Ops Red Mercury. So back then, they made a lot of, war-based, war type of games for the original Xbox, which is really cool. Special Forces Nemesis Strike, another good one. Superman and Man of Steel. I haven't played this one, but usually Superman games, like especially in the newer generation. I know the one on Super Nintendo was a really badass beat 'em up, but I don't know. I gotta give this a go to see what it's like. Brute Force, another awesome game. This is a third-person shooter. Circus Maximus Chariot Wars, and you play as gladiators racing on chariots and stuff like that. Armed and Dangerous. This is another bizarre game, but super fun. Your what's it called? Your ammunition as for like guns are like way out there. I don't want to give too much away of it, but definitely a must play. Really good game. Armed and Dangerous. Mech Assault. Advent Rising, another one I still need to play. I haven't gone into yet. Quantum Redshift, really cool racing game. I would say one of the best ones on the OG Xbox. Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller. So yeah, part 3 was on the Xbox. Midtown Madness 3, another fun one. Fun racing game. Amped, if you guys like snowboarding games, there's not only one, but there is two. Whoops, that was backwards. Amped 1 and 2. And, time to time I like to get into racing stuff, and there's a lot more coming up. So, yeah, World Racing has that really cool Mercedes-Benz on there with like a foil art. Really cool stuff. Another exclusive. Developers Cut Burnout 2 Point of Impact. Forza Motorsport. I've played this so much, man. It's a really fun game. Very fun racing game. Project. I think there's supposed to be a part 2 of Forza Motorsport, if I'm not mistaken. But if there is, I'll definitely pick that up as well one day. When I see it wherever. But yeah, even in the wild. Project Gotham Racing. Yep, Project Gotham Racing 2. And we got Rally Sport 2. Rally Sport Challenge 2. Colin McRae Rally 04. What is this? TOCA Race Driver 2. A bunch of racing games. So many. MotoGP 3. Toxic Grind. This is kind of like, I don't know, I guess like a Tony Hawk type. Well, Tony Hawk on a bicycle, basically. That's what it is. You're going around and like, jumping around with your bike and doing tricks and stuff like that. So another exclusive, not bad. Mad Dash there's a racer on foot, so it's pretty cool where you play like characters and you're running and racing. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Also got Death Row Underground Team Combat, Fusion Frenzy, Whacked, Pure Pinball. This is exclusive as well. I remember picking this up for like a couple bucks again from the swap meet. The manual is missing. I remember that, but plus on top of that, whenever you pick up these cases from the weight, you can tell that the manual's not there. This was a Blockbuster exclusive, so I like picking these games up too, and they are exclusives to the Xbox. And that is Outlaw Volleyball Red Hot. And you got Outlaw Volleyball and Pro Fishing Challenge with this chick on there barely wearing anything. But yeah, pretty cool. Bass fishing. This is, I don't think, yeah, it's not a legit seal. I think it was resealed. So anyway, NHL Rivals 2004. Tecmo Bowl, well, that's actually a game on there, but Tecmo Classic Arcade. I added this not too long ago either to the collection as well. UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship Tap Out 2. I remember I picked this up from the swap meet as well, I think. And this hasn't even, I haven't played it yet, and this hasn't even been played. That disc is Tic Tac. And when I saw it, a lot of games, they don't have the only on Xbox. That's why I do a lot of my research, watch videos, even back in the days before I started collecting for the Xbox, to find out like what there are. And when I saw this and it said only on Xbox, I was like, wow, I didn't even know this game existed. So yeah, pretty cool. UFC game, UFC 2, Tap Out 2, Spartan Total Warrior. I picked these up here and there. And these are just, you know, this is actually a fun game. I like that game a lot. Dinotopia and Run Like, I think this is, yeah, Run Like Hell, but it only says RLH on it. And for whatever reason, the PS2 version says Run Like Hell on the bottom, but this one doesn't. And it says Hunt or Be Hunted. I remember I picked this up from a video game event, and this is like complete because it comes with the soundtrack and it's in very nice condition. Check the disc here. Oh yeah, the disc is very Mentos, as I like to say. Tic Tac, Peppermint York Patty. Anyway, last but definitely not least, again, I picked this up a while back from the swap meet. Pretty cool, and it's kind of like a folder thingy where it's 2 games in one, and it's Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, and it also has Outrun 2. So this was not for resale, I guess. It was like a in-console pre-pack thing, and it has both of the games on there. So that's pretty cool. I picked this up for like $1 or $2, I remember back in the day. Yeah, so that is it. Actually, before I end the video, I forgot. I wanted to show this one as well. I actually have the original Halo controller as well, the one that says Halo on it. And I remember I picked this up from the swap meet for like $10, and glad I did. Overall, in very nice condition. And I remember using this controller when I was playing Halo, and I love the color on it. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa. Usually I find the ones that says Xbox in that circle, but when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up. And I added it to the collection. And I also have the blue controller as well. I am looking out for, if you guys didn't know, there's actually a crystal controller, which is clear, transparent. And there's also a gray one, which I'm looking out for. They have like Mortal Kombat ones and stuff like that, really cool ones. But yeah, I'm really looking for those. I have the original ones with the Xbox in the middle, but I think this is more hard to find, I would say. But yeah. So the ones that says Xbox in the middle, like this one, as far as for that green Halo controller goes, the ones that say Xbox, I think, are more common than compared to the Halo one. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Um, so yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the constant support that I get. Everybody that takes time and watches my videos and leaves comments down below, and yeah, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking time and watching my videos. Taking time out of your day, and that really means a lot to me. So that is it, guys. This video has been long enough. Thank you very much again for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.
I'll be back.